enemy's mission is to stop you before you even get started. Because if you ever get started, there is no stopping what God wants to do through you. So I gotta get you before you even get started. I wanna talk to some people in this room who know what it's like to have childhood trauma, to know what it's like for the devil to be chasing you from the time that you were born. You didn't know why he was doing it. You thought that they were just rejecting you. You thought there was just something wrong with you. You thought you didn't fit in the family. You thought you were born in the wrong community. No, that's not what it was. It's that the enemy was trying to stop you before you ever got started. The enemy was trying to stop you before you ever received a touch from God, because he knew one touch from God would radically change your life. That if you ever got a revelation and started seeing yourself the way God sees you, then you would start rolling into your destiny. You wouldn't just step into it. God says you would take off running into your destiny if you knew what I knew about you. The enemy didn't realize, though, that you can stop a person, but you can't stop God. God help me. You can stop a person, but you can't stop God. And because you can't stop God, God can always reach that person. I want to take you back to Genesis 3, when there was a woman in the garden named Eve, and that woman had eaten from a fruit, and the enemy must have been rejoicing. He must have thought that he had won. But even when the devil thought he won, God showed up in the midst of the garden, and he had a question for that woman. He asked that woman, who deceived you? He wanted to understand what happened to you. While the devil was rejoicing, the woman was having an encounter with God, because God says it doesn't matter what the devil did to try and stop you. I know how to get you to start again. And he told that woman, if you would start producing even in your brokenness, if you would start producing even in your wounds, if you would start producing even though you've been hurt, I promise you that this devil you see today, you will see no longer. If you would start pressing towards the seed anyway,